Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Horned Frogs will put total effort to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Leaves it with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is all physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on third and long. They want to throw it. He makes the grab. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly. Keep this drive alive.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Morrison. He's going for it all. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, this home crowd was so jacked up, so excited to finally get the football after giving up points on the first drive and having to be quiet. Now they're quiet again. How about the defense coming in here, shutting this crowd up early and doing their job?
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
Here we go. Hey, to the air on first down. Here's a heat. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Offense set on first down. From the gun. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Quickly complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. Looking to pass. It's Morrison. Shoots it to the left. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
Let's see what he can do with it. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick on the second one, and the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Dances away to buy time. He's in open space downfield. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this third down situation. Good response by this offense from a disastrous first down.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Orange will have to punt. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only hauled on once. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Power football with the run. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going, looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
To the air, it's Morrison. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. And the explosiveness, the big gator gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Slings it downfield. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
He leaves it with his back. Turning it on. Gives him the big stiff arm. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Penny. At the 20, he's got space. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense, but the defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
And that's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
Zings it complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Brings up 3rd and goal. Ready, fight.
Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
Jackrabbit. Lion.
Making side adjustments here. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Quarterback extends the play. They get to him as he throws. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
Give to the single back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. There he goes. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared at their line.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Webb. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Picks up the first down. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Temple rolled to victory in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Rolling, throwing, looking right.
This just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
The Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Syracuse.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
It's a bang-bang play. You're running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. Defense in press coverage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
The Orange now facing a third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Now from inside the red zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. All down at the 18-yard line, a solid return after that interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. From the gun, give on the inside. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Fires left. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Looking to throw on first down. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Looking to fire. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Buys a little time with his feet. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Quarterback never saw his guy early enough. He was open right away, but was just late getting him the ball. Receivers jumping up and down saying, yo, I'm here, throw it to me. But by that time, the defense had already figured out where he was, and because of the late throw, they're able to come up with the interception.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Got his man downfield. And fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man on the outside. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Second down, he'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third down, he drops to throw. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Orange. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. Firing to the right, complete.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
And the Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Takes it from the gun on third down. Catch in the middle. It's Penny. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Grab behind the line. It's Hussein. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And that is incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with the receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Horned Frogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Going for the big play. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
And that is was a perfect job by the offense executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Leaves it with the back. Creates a little room. Oh, he's got some space. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a frustrating start for this offense. At halftime, you know you're down. You got to come out. You got to create some energy, some momentum, get this side of the ball cooking, and you go 3 and out, and you punt the football. But now you're going to rely on your defense. You got to get the ball back, string some stops together while we're trying to figure out the offensive side of the football.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. The give on the inside. Breaks into the open. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Shakes off the defender. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take
breaks into the open on the left. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Motion from the back. He's looking to pass. He's going for the big play. He's got it inside the 15. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Syracuse.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. New Mexico State is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in Las Cruces, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over Kansas State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's complete to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
Looking downfield on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man quickly. Turns it on in midfield. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He breaks a tackle. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. He's got him. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. Starts to scramble to the left. Creates a little space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll send the back in motion. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
I know we're in the third quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Unloads to the wideout. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground. Turning it on. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cuse.
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistent.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Off play action on 1st down. Now improvising. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Quickly to the tight end. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. There he goes. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
He'll set up to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to find the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, TCU!
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in Conference USA. New Mexico State is ahead of this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in Las Cruces, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 11 over Kansas State. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Wants to throw on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, in that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Brings up 4th down.
Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. foot is in the air. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me
And it's picked off for the third time today. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Orange. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the... Five-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Wants to fire on second down. Steps away to find some room. Finds a man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
We just have not called this guy's name enough. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football, and that was only his second catch. And I think that's a big reason why they're trailing this much in this game so late. They just have not been able to get one of their biggest weapons involved as often as they needed to.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time instead of...
Oh, he's got some space. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
Nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And he makes the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They kick it away on 4th down. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. On the run, it's Penny. Breaks into the open. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
He'll throw it. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down. You get out of bounds. You work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that is beautiful defense, timing up the blitz, getting in the backfield, and not just getting there, laying the big lick.
Oh, I think that ball carrier, his eyes were like saucers on that one. He knew he was running that thing right into the teeth of it and paid the price.
Run out of bounds, they'll spot him at the 24.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on 3rd. It's complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Penny. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
This quarterback part of their running game. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Get set, get set. Ready, go.
Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Lining up for the PAT. Right down the middle. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Reinbold. Fires to the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put him behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air on first down. He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Bringing it back. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.